Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Let's take a little walk and talk. I've been AWOL for 2 days. I apologize. My friends took care of me, put me up in their place, which, whew, very kind of them. No complaints. It's just an extremely cramped space. It's interesting to see how people live. I'm not going to talk ill of my friends, but I need to help them clean their RV. They've invited me to move with them to Santa Cruz when they're looking for a truck to pull their fifth wheel, and they're going to Santa Cruz. Hey, little sidewalk. Just a random splash of color. Did that the other day. Yeah, I love my friends. I just would prefer to be in my own space, even if that's in front of the old Taco Bell, or on the mountain, or under the bridge. True story. I'd rather be on my own. I like my own space. I like my own little situation. I like being in my warm sleeping bag and a clean bedroll with room to stretch and roll around. I like that. There wasn't that at the RV. It was just an extremely cramped and cluttered space. And they both had their time on the street, so now they have shelter. They kind of been hoarding things. It's a stress reaction from trauma, and that's just how it is. I was the same way in Idaho at first. My place got really cluttered, and it took me about a year and a half before I kind of adjusted that. Oh, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be inside. Everything's going to be fine. I have a safe place now. This is my safe place, and so, which is, I let my guard down and I prepared a really clean space. I loved my space. And they're rocking out in Roundhill. 6:30 in the morning. It's about 6:30, by the way, on Saturday, and I haven't had a video. I haven't done a video since Thursday. Which, by the way, the video of the parking lot noise is going a little viral, and I want to talk about that because that's interesting. The reason it's going viral, and the level it's going viral, it's not viral. It's my most, at this moment, it's my most watched non-promoted long-form video so far with 685 views. Okay? And 20 comments. A lot of people are chiming in. Oh, you guys just working? Oh, you're the one posting up in front of the... Yeah. It's called survival. It's called me pointing out the interesting things that happen to me and around me, etc. It's called... This is a vlog. These things are interesting. I've found it interesting. The gentleman happened to be there the only night I needed to rest in that spot. And I don't think you all realize how difficult this is, to find a safe place to sleep every night where you won't be hassled, you won't be woken up, you won't be eaten by a bear or a mountain lion, which happens. These are things I have to avoid. So the only reason I had moved was, not the only, but the main reason I moved was Ganser Park was overrun with bears. They had a bear locked in the women's bathroom. And it's like, oh, I can't be, totally exposed like I am with bear around when I'm got my food around my camp and everything. So I'm moving somewhere where I can create shelter and protection for myself. But to get there is a chore. It's a major, major chore. And that's 4 minutes and 20. That's good. What else did I want to talk about today? I got up this morning before 6. I was asleep at like 8 o'clock because the last couple of days I really haven't slept much. Last night or 2 nights ago at my friend's place, I finally crashed out probably about 3 in the morning on their floor. Just flies and bugs, and it's just I don't even know. I really can't even talk about it because it's going to come off as insulting. It's going to come off as judgmental. So I refrain from talking about their living space. But it certainly affects my decision whether or not I want to go with them to Santa Cruz, which would be a great opportunity, actually, on many levels for me. I don't have to be in Quincy. There's not really any requirement. I've been stuck here, stranded here, with the car situation since July now, late July. And here I am, I want to go to school. I will start a bike shop, but when my friend was telling me about, going to Santa Cruz, I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. I could post up with you guys. We'll take care of you. He's saying, and he got Dixie Fire money and disability, so they have money coming in every month, and a good chunk of savings from the Dixie Fire settlement, because he was displaced by that, and so was his mother. One of them was. So he got a good chunk of change, and they have been helping me. I mean, to the point of it's too much help because it's not too much help. I have to push all this stuff around. They've gotten me bed rolls and carts and insulating layers and gloves and socks and headlamps, and they're just whatever you need for survival this winter, we're here to do that for you. And that's awesome. But it's also now I have to push everything up to a place where I can set it up. So that's what we're up to right now. Oh, nice. I like it. Locals actually have a brain. Yeah, so it's it's sunrise here in Quincy. Look at I love the beautiful ominous hills with the haze and fog. And today is going to be a little warmer. It might rain a little bit, but not like Thursday. Thursday was intense. This is why I haven't been recording videos. It was intense, man. I felt like I was swimming to Japan, just stuck in the water. And I took a video yesterday afternoon, but it came out really bad. And I'm trying to step up the quality on these videos, step up keep to a theme. And the theme will be me walking and talking mostly, and also starting to teach more essential survival skills. Well, one of the survival skills, how do you maintain a bike? How do you set up a bike for yourself? How do you keep it from being stolen? By the way, yesterday in Quincy, my friend Robert's bike was stolen. The Mongoose, the Chrome Mongoose, Cro-Magnon, Ricky Tikki Tavi. Right in front of Safeway. He was only in the store 10-15 minutes. He'll always leave his bike unlocked, and it found legs and rode away. And then later that day, after we had chatted and talked and sat around and smoked and had some lunch and just kind of hanging out, we saw the dude riding the bike. And it was me, Cam, and Robert. And the three of us all sprinted towards this guy. And, to his credit, he got away. I was not at the top of my game, apparently. I was close. I was 20 feet from catching this guy across the parking lot. But I needed to step up my sprinting ability, apparently. Of course, I don't know exactly what I would have done if I had caught him, other than knock him off the bike. And then I'm in, potential legal trouble. But, I yelled at him, hey, drop it if you don't want a beat down, drop it. It's not yours, motherfucker. And we let him know. So I would be very surprised to see that man around again. He's got 3 warriors out chasing him down. I mean, Cam is a native, 20-something years old, and an athlete and a former MMA fighter. And Robert is an old Danish Viking warrior, captain kind of guy. 6'4", and myself being, Solomon or whatever, also an athlete, 5'8", 188 pounds, and I can run up this mountain, at least once a week. Very strong. So the audacity in Quincy at this point, going into winter, to steal a well-known local's bike, and a well-known bike. Everybody knows that's Robert's bike. And we have people out. We told Ben and Missy. We told Jacob. The whole town knows somebody's on Robert's bike. And I think I just saw him, this guy at Safeway, wearing the same jacket. I didn't get a good look at his face yesterday, but I didn't recognize this guy this morning. And he's homeless, and he's walking around with church shoes, holy shoes. Well, that means you've been homeless for a while. If you can't maintain your shoes, you're not really paying attention. And that means that, since this is my Chevrolet and these are my Subarus, I keep my stuff on point. I got 2 pairs of clean socks on right now, and these size 13 Nike football cleats that probably retail for $200. I found them for free at the thrift store. Just these things. I'm walking back up to where I slept. Today I have to push everything out of the public eye. I was visited last night by a different deputy I haven't met before. Fairbaum or something. Real white guy. Blonde hair, probably in his 30s. He said he never met me. I'm like, how's that possible? I've been here. I mean, if you don't know who I am by now, are you even paying attention? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're supposed to protect the town. You should know who's out and about. I'm out and about. Everybody knows that. And everybody's bringing me stuff to help me. And I'm flattered and honored by that, but I have to push all that somewhere. So I need a little bit of grace right now. And he actually listened to me. I mean, I'm calm and sober and, well put together in my camp. Well, at the moment he showed up, my friend had just left to catch the bus, and there was still a mess on the ground, but it wasn't terrible, and there was no alcohol. Thank God. Because my friend likes to drink. I mean, all my friends out here like to drink. I like to drink too, but not at that level. And I have been drinking more than normal, more just out of almost courtesy that these people are giving me drinks. And that's a weird way to put it, but how do you explain the way I live and the people I interact with and this lifestyle and this alternate world to your world? This is an entirely alternate universe. To us, y'all live in bizarre world. But to you, we're all just lazy bums hanging out, drinking shots on the Tuesday. Well, kind of right. Not entirely right. Kind of right. But come on out here and see how long you last without becoming an alcoholic or picking up an addict, a habit of some sort, whether it's smoking or even harder drugs. It's a coping mechanism. The dull, the pain. Well, like for example, right now, my hands hurt because it's cold. And my gloves are wet from Thursday. And they're leather and they're hard to dry. And I suppose I could go to the laundromat and put my things in the laundromat, pay for a dryer, but I haven't got that far yet. So I'm dealing with the pain. And to be perfectly honest, a shot of vodka would help right now. But I'm staying sober today. I'm staying on point. Didn't get to town yesterday till 1 o'clock with my friend from their trailer. And it was just too late to get really anything done. We did make it to camp. I mean, I can't say camp. Top of the hill. Had to push a whole nother shopping cart with all the stuff people are giving me. It's lovely. It's really flattering. It reminds me of the second Matrix. or Neo, when they come to Zion, they're in Zion, and he finally deboards the ship with Trinity, and they need some time alone. But come off the elevator, and there's the whole walkway is lined with gifts and offerings and blessings from the Zion town, Zionists. Interesting. Won't you poop on me? 4444. That's milepost 4444. Yeah, so that is what it feels like at this moment in my experience in Quincy. We're drinking White Claws and dumping cans on the side of the road. Oh, somebody. Not I. So, yeah, today is the day to become winter ready. And this is most likely for me in Quincy just going to be for the month to get through to Sparkle. I might stick around to Christmas. I don't really know. I don't have an agenda. That's actually one of the names of God. I think it's the 51st name of God in the Kabbalah. There's 72 different names of God, and each one represents a different aspect of his personality. Kaleidoscopic personality of the Creator. One of those aspects is no agenda. I don't have an agenda. My only agenda is helping. And who can I help more? And who's worth my help? Who warrants my investment of time? Who warrants my energy? And who warrants a little grace? And Spirit will tell me. Spirit shows me where to go. And Spirit actually just picks me up and takes me somewhere. I mean, like Philip in the New Testament, the evangelist. True story. I mean, I'll just wake up one day and there'll be a guy there with the cars and we're going to Reading. Okay. And then we go to Reading. You know, this stuff happens. I know to like the outside perspective, it just looks like I'm stranded here, but I'm placed here as a different point of view. So I've been placed here. Are they open on Saturday? Because this is the spot, and I need to know if they're open because otherwise I can kind of relax, take my time, do a few loads, trips up the hill, which is like a half-mile hike up the hill to the car, and stage things in the car, and then start portaging everything over to my earmarked camp. I could just start with a sleeping bag and a backpack right now and get moving. Oh, there's a sleeping bag. Another one. Last night I was like looking for in case my friend stayed here, but his internet quit working and he really wanted to get to where he had internet so he could watch his podcast to help him sleep, which is fine, totally fine. Although in the future you kind of have to not be dependent on anything like internet or running water or, you know, cheap access to food. These kind of things may not be available. We're going to have to be grilling squirrels. And I'm not kidding. That's likely going to be the situation we're in pretty soon. At least it's good to be ready for that, you know? At the very least. I'm trying to get my rain fly off the cart because I tied it to the cart. Camping mat, cot, whole box of tater tots. Let's start to a song, right? Camping mat, cot, whole box of tater tots. Oh, that's what you thought. It helped me out. It doesn't really, it helps, but it doesn't really help. I shouldn't say that. That's rude. It does help. It will help when I finally get everything to my spot. What I need to do then is empty the cart to the bare bones. Start over, start fresh, eat fresh, get a little protein in me. Have enough for a cup of coffee. I went down to $3 again. Went through about $350 this week getting set up, like new clothes, winter outfits, new shoes, new socks, plus all the gifts, plus just being around and about. And I've been around and about. So here we are now on Saturday. And it's all got to be moved. So we're 20 minutes almost. I think that's enough for today. Didn't really have a subject today other than this is a demonstration of this lifestyle. And I am preparing a way for everybody. And y'all should recognize what I'm up to and why I'm here by this point. And if you don't, if you misinterpret, misunderstand me at this point, I really can't help you. And that breaks my heart, but that's the truth. So that's what's up, y'all. God bless America. Over and out.